Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are feeling well and smelling well. You guys know I am. I always am every morning. Wake up, get to breathe in all that good ass prana, baby. Mm. Well, for those that don't know who I am, my name is Heather Lynn with Heather Lynn Coaching. If you don't know who I am, go support my business and life coaching page. Definitely show me some love there. I am on a spiritual journey for the rest of my life to help others find balance in their life through breathwork, meditation, and with my life coaching business. And so we're going to go ahead and get started today. Um, I go live most days, usually 5 days a week, or at least I try to. I can't always make it. I do have to get rest. We always talk about the parasympathetic system and, the rest and restore, and, the sympathetic, nervous system, which is our, fight or flight system. Ah, the lion's chasing me system. So, what I do each day is I just go live and I do a 5 minute energy practice as well as explain why these practices are important to you. Because most people are like, what the hell is this girl doing? She talks about all this stuff each day. Is she stressed out? Absolutely not. I am on a personal mission to find my own inner enlightenment. And on my journey, I have found that there are different things that help me clear space. And some of the things that I've found, which are the cheapest, free, and most effective, are things that I love to experience in a group setting. So I will pay to go experience this with other individuals like me, light workers like me, just to immerse myself in the love and the energy. But I also am teaching individuals who may not be in a financial or economical position to be able to jumpstart their own spiritual healing and get them out of the sympathetic, nervous system, which is our fight or flight, our high cortisol level system. And I did write some notes here today. And the breath work we're going to be doing is the buzz breath, and I like to call it as the buzz. It's the breath to get the anxiety to buzz off, right? Because when we're feeling stress and anxiety is associated with short, tight upper chest breathing. Like and at this point, our body is responding from the sympathetic nervous system. And this nervous system, it's the network of nerves that helps our body activate our natural fight or flight response system. Okay? And this is good 200 years ago when we needed that fight or flight response system because we needed it to survive. We do not need this system to be online today and abundant, in excess, because it actually hinders our body. So, the system activates and increases when you're stressed out and or you're in danger. And, this is a activation that you can feel physically, okay? And what happens, this is how your body responds, okay? As your body is preparing for this fight or flight, response, the stress increases, which automatically increases your heart rate, which increases the blood flow to the muscles, okay, and decreases the blood flow to the skin, okay? So you're increasing your heart rate and your blood pressure, and you're cutting off blood flow to your skin, okay, which is not good. And why is this bad? Okay, and we sometimes we do this unknowingly. I don't know, I'm actually doing a research paper right now for school about depression, and 1 in 5 struggle with depression, anxiety, and autopilot is what I like to call it, because when we are stuck in the matrix, we allow everything else to dictate what we do. And if we have control over and sovereignty of our mind, body, soul, and we know who we are and our authentic self, we know that this is what Heather wants to do, and this is something that goes against who I am, therefore I'm not going to do it. So the sympathetic nervous system becomes overactive, and a number of diseases, according to a review in the journal called the Autonomic Neuroscience Journal. So diseases start popping up, okay, such as cardiovascular disease, heart disease, chronic heart failure, and hypertension. These are all things that we can control just by utilizing this simple breathwork technique that we are about to present to you guys today. All right, and I'm super excited about this. And when the during the activation, some of the um, things that you may experience is, accelerated heart rate, widened bronchial passages. It decreases your mobility of your large intestine, and it constricts your blood vessels. It causes your pupils to dilate, gives you goosebumps, and of course, you start sweating profusely, and your blood pressure increases. Now, at the end of the day, guys, when we perceive that threat and we keep the gas pedal on, you like my shoes too? I love them. My toe shoes. But we're releasing cortisol every time we're pushing on the gas pedal, man. So, and the cortisol is what keeps the gas pedal revved. All right? And often this leaves us feeling on the edge, anxious, and the breath work that we're about to do will actually shut off and rebalance and take you from the sympathetic nervous system, your gas pedal, I'm on 10, down to neutral, and basically put you back into the parasympathetic nervous system, or parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and restore nervous system, which allows the natural healing of your body. Okay, so hear what I'm saying, guys. Excessive anxiety leads to heart disease. This breath right here will help promote and decrease the anxiety in the moment, and is a tool and a resource that is free and available to you at all times. All right. So just wanted to say that little piece before we get into our oracle card today to see what the oracle card has to say about anxiety and the impacts and effects that it has on the body and the diseases that stem from our sympathetic system being on overdrive. And the pedal to the metal, baby. That pedal, I love speed. And I think I just kind of got that scenario because, when I was an insurance agent, it was constantly a 10. And now I'm like, ooh, I can't even go near that. Just that energy. And I just know who I am and what I want in life. And number 42, it says, the words want to be written. And you guys know that for the oracle card, this is not a message from me. This is basically, I read energy, and this is the collective's energy. And the card is beautiful. In numerology, it is card number 42. And someone needs to be writing a book or writing things down and bringing it into manifestation. Because the ones that have been working and planting their seeds already are probably receiving those seeds. So let's see what 42 has to say. And I'm a firm believer this message is for everyone, and it's not just for me. So this is a collective reading. It says, you might have been taught that creativity is something that you have to work hard to access, or that finding your life purpose is so difficult that you must search high and low for it. Yet what you are within and want you to come out at every available opportunity. You don't have to struggle so much. It is more about allowing space for it to manifest and to allow the energy to flow. So, for in our sympathetic nervous system, we are blocking our natural energy from flowing, our Qi, right? That's why we do this technique here in a minute, and I'm going to be quiet and I'm not going to quit going on in a second. But all of this is relevant to what we're talking about. The real struggle is not in finding something, it is more about letting go of the idea you need to search for your path in the first place. You see, the process of activating your life path is a natural one. The effort is getting out of the way, not in making something happen, which is why I love being a spiritual life coach because I still get to teach men and women how to make money and start their business because that is a part of the process is helping individuals set goals and conquer them and start manifesting and co-creating with spirit. Um, and a lot of it, if we are stressed and anxious, we hear too much chatter in there and we're not able to hear what we're being guided to do in life. Says, as you see yourself, that is a foundation from which your true life path will reveal itself. Being yourself becomes easier when you give yourself permission to love, honor, and accept yourself in all circumstances, especially the ones where there may be tempted to reject and judge. Give the sacred rebel with the opportunity to decide your values, irrespective of whether they meet general social acceptance. And that is kind of for me because I know that I talk about things that not everyone on my friend list, currently jives with, but I know that I am speaking to the globe and not just the individuals on my friends list and things like that. So I I can respect that. I'm going to take that. I love that. Um, because in the past, I have been concerned about who judges me, what people think my mom, my dad, my family. And the more that I become open and honest with my family, I've come to realize that we all have this essence within us. And this is who I am. And me trying to run and hide from it is just irresponsible of my own life purpose. And it says, give the sacred rebel within the opportunity to decide your values, irrespective of whether they meet the general social acceptance. It says, this oracle brings you a message that what you are dreaming of, seeking to do, create, live, or manifest is actually very natural for you. That is why you want to do it. And guys, my throat chakra is just going crazy, like, that's for you! If you experience controlling and manipulative forces as you were growing up, you would have found it hard to access your natural state at that time. You would have been too busy trying to adapt and get through the trials of childhood, which is why I'm a shadow work coach. I help individuals integrate their shadow so that they can basically come into harmony with it and then integrate who they are and their true essence, accepting of the shadow because the shadow doesn't go anywhere. It's a part of you. It's your part of your essence, but that makes us who we are, man. Don't run and hide from that shit. Heal it, overcome it, liberate it, and set yourself free and then set your ass on fire to a new beginning and new life because birth and regeneration is just something that I have come to realize is necessary. Period. There are seasons, there are cycles, there are lessons, there are blessings, and they all, every shadow has a gift. Okay, and we're going to start talking about the gene keys. When you have finished navigating childhood and started to let go of who you were taught to be in order to become who you really are, you may have found your life path was not easily accessible. This is simply because your true and natural self was covered by layers of shame from early conditioning that you had to be other than you were in order to win love or to be acceptable. I don't need anyone to accept me. I attract everything that I need, in life. And the one thing I've come to realize is the more I shed and let go, and the more I work on magnetizing my own inner essence and my own divine femininity, and I am becoming and, just releasing layers, guys. However, that natural self hasn't gone anywhere. It is still there within you. Oh, it says that is simply because your true and natural is covered up by layers of shame. Okay, I got it. However, that natural self hasn't gone anywhere. It is still there within you. Now is the time just about chipping away the walls of shame, perhaps with defiant. Who the hell cares? I'm here and I am going to love myself anyway. Sounds like me. I'm a little rebel and defiant. And I've come to realize that I'm not reckless and that my defiance is a part of my light. And it's not defiance in a bad way. I think it's defiance against who I thought things, the way things were, and that I can control it, and that, resistance. This allows you to risk bearing the feelings of any shame that arises as you release old emotional wounds and break away from restraints of unconditional self love. The sacred rebel within you can empower you to love yourself no matter what, simply because you want to. You want to declare, I am still lovable, so put that in your pipe and smoke it. This will send energetic message to whomever shamed you in the first place, whether they meant to or not. And I know who this is for. I know what this is about. Your message could be going to a parent, school teacher, sibling, friend, lover, or whoever else that is struggling enough with their own shame wound that they couldn't help but dump it on you. Fuck it. I'm going to speak it. I had a lover that was so deep in his shame wound because his father was someone bad because something happened. Let's be honest. So basically, the shame wound was passed along to him. And then when we were together, he tried to call me a whore all the time. And I'm like, look, dude, I've been like with a handful of people. I am old enough to have been with plenty many, but I haven't because I don't believe in giving my essence to everyone. Okay. That's just the way it is. Not everyone gets a piece of the pie. And so for from the moment I met him, this was right after my ex-husband, but I was so hurt. Remember, when you're hurt, you attract what you are. So I was so hurt and put words out that came back to me, and the mirror reflection was him. He was mirroring to me what I felt inside, but what I wasn't. It's called that mirror projection. And God, he was fucking nuts, dude. Like nuts. Would sit there and get in my phone and have messages with people when I'm asleep and come in here and be like, hey, you're having, conversations with these people. And I'm like, I'm asleep, dude. I don't even know what you're talking about. And I was kind of afraid to get away from them. Look at me. I'm ripping up sticks as I'm talking about it, showing my anxious, attachment to it. No, I've processed this energy and it's okay. So my inner soul essence knew him from another lifetime. Remember, I'm just going to keep it real. I went back to my Akashic records. I know now who he was. Long story short, what does this have to do with the present moment? The present moment, he is currently, all of his systems are shutting down. He's 40, maybe 45. His birthday was the 22nd. So I'm 42, he's 45, I believe. So he just turned 45. He has been in and out of the hospital because he refuses to open his heart space, and he's been in extended periods of high state stress, anxiety, and depression, and it has shut down his heart, his kidney, his just everything. And that is a part of why I'm doing what I'm doing, because even though the things that he said to me and the way he made me feel, I had to go through that for my own life purposes. I was not a victim. I was there allowing this shit time in and time out because I had, you know, issues myself with my marriage, guilt. There we go, talking about guilt. And I felt that I could help him because, again, I could feel, and I know my essence. I know that I can touch people. I know when I'm around people, my energy, it bounces off of people. I get that, and I forgot that. And he dimmed my light so stinking bad, because when I was married, I could still open my heart and express myself openly. My ex-husband was wonderful in that essence, and he would allow me to be who I wanted to be, go talk to people, and know that I'm coming back to him. And then I experienced that. So that shut off a part of me. And I just want to hold a moment just for him, because individuals that don't know what they're holding on to, we need to hold space for them, because my inner essence is, I have a pure heart, and I can hold space and forgiveness for anyone that has come into my life, because I know my life contract. I know they were not there to hurt me, harm me. We were there for a reason, season, experience, and I gained all of that. And I just want to take a moment for him, and just I want to say a prayer. This is a Ho'oponopono prayer, which is, I'm sorry. We're going to breathe in, breathe out. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. Because I got a message this morning that he's just not in the right space, and I want to help as many people reconnect with their big big brain, not the little brain. So sorry I went out of, on that one, but it says, what you want to write, sing, dance, or become is you. It is natural. Drop your defenses, get into the grit, and confront the power that old shaming has hold over you. It's finished now. It is time for you to get naked within yourself, acknowledge how gorgeous you are, because I'm fucking gorgeous. This single little Heather is just like, wow, I know I am. And that's okay. I'm enjoying finding my own inner essence and my own power right now, because I'm on this, I'm giving myself time, because I'm enjoying this. Life is urging you to do so, because the work wants you to happen. What you want to create wants to be created. The words want to be written. You just need to let go of the remnants of the past that have been in your way, steadily forming over them to your new path. And guys, guess what? Today is my was. It is not, because I do not identify with that anymore. But this was the day that I got married. And oh, to fuck, it would have been 30 years. Did I just fucking say that? Holy shit, I did. Heather. No. No, I'm not that old. Oh shit. Not being mean, but I'm like, am I that old? No. 20 years ago. It would have been 20 years ago today. And today I'm letting go of my securities and my insurance license, and my bankruptcy is done, which means I'm willing to make money. Yeah. So, you know what? let that past go. I am young and I am gorgeous and, full of light and ready to ride this wave because my life, I want to travel. I literally want to travel across the country in my big ass yoga yurt and just go and just meet people and just do past life regressions and teaching them about life and they teach me about life and just exchanging love and energy and just be free of just restraints of what everyone else says that I need to be, because it ain't it. I am who I am. And the one thing I've learned over all the only lesson I've learned out of all of it is that I have to deal with myself at the end of the day and that anyone else's chatter in my head does not belong there. And love me for me because nothing that I've done up until this point has been wrong. It's just been the way and it is what it is. So, all right, guys. So the buzz breath. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start closing off our senses, okay? And basically what you're going to do is you're going to hum. And you can do different pitches because depending on the pitch, sometimes you could feel it up in your pineal and your third eye gland. Sometimes you can feel it in the back of your neck. Now, what this breath does, though, the importance of it, okay, is in your parasympathetic nerve system. You have the vagus nerve, which actually runs, up and down. This activates this nerve, okay, as well as stimulates releasing the energy from the tight chest. Remember, we just talked about what anxiety does to us, not for us, right? It does nothing for us, brings nothing positive to the table, nothing. And at the end of the day, living in the future sometimes is not living in the present moment. And that's taking away from the beautiful opportunities we have now. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our pinky fingers and put them on the jawline. We are going to take our ring finger and our middle finger, put them over our eyes so that we close off our eyes, which is our sense. We're closing off one of, the five senses. And then we're going to put the pointer fingers on your cranium, and then you're going to put your thumbs in your ears. So we're going to be shutting off two of our five senses to activate our parasympathetic nervous system. And what this does specifically is this activates the vagus nerve and your parasympathetic nervous system. So let's go ahead and get going. Hands, and sometimes my hands are a little small, so I kind of have to re-put myself in position. So here we go. And what we're going to be doing is taking deep, long breaths in through our nose, and we are going to be humming on the way out. So go ahead and close off your two senses. Here we go. Breathing in. Breathing in. If I increase my pitch, it feels like it vibrates more in my pineal and my third eye region. Let's go ahead and breathe back in. Go ahead and resume normal breathing. Go ahead and just take a second for your body just to kind of take in what you just experienced. All right. So let's go ahead and do our 2-minute Qi Gong. And then we're going to come back to the buzz breath and do a second round. And for the second round, we're going to do it for 2 minutes. And we are going to end our practice today. So let's go ahead. Qi Gong. Qi Gong is an ancient Chinese energy release practice Yes, because you guys know I'm a transmuter. I help individuals through breath, movement, life coaching to transmute I'm a shadow integration coach, which means we journey through the past so that we can process it, so that I can help lead them into their future. Period. It's an amazing experience. It's a brutal experience, but it is absolutely necessary because each of us experience life changes at different times. Okay. I just happen to have like 6 of them back to back every 5 months for like 3 years straight. So now I'm like, oh, let's go through this. I know how to get through it. I know how to get through it. It's an amazing experience. The gifts, remember, it's the city, the gifts of, the shadow aspect of it. So what we do is we do everything in repetition of 9. And when we stomp our feet, we're going to do 18 because we're alternating our feet. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to start with clearing the energy in our hands. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I do have a modification for individuals who cannot raise their arm all the way. So what I want you to do is turn your hand like this, and you're going to put your arm out, and you're going to basically tap under your arm, okay? And then if you don't have a modification, you can put your arm up like this, and you're just going to smack. And what we're doing is we're getting the energy that is stored underneath our armpits, which, if you guys remember, this is where we carry and hold lymph nodes. Okay, so we're kind of clearing out that lymphatic area right there, okay? Okay, that's what we're doing. So go ahead and raise your arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to do the modified on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, moving to our elbow creases. So again, we're clearing the energy and our elbow creases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you want to smack it, but don't beat yourself up to where you're giving yourself bruises. Because when I started this, I kind of was like beating myself up. And for your feet, we're going to go ahead and just stomp our feet. And I love my toe shoes. I haven't worn them in forever. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Woo! And I just had a whole bunch of grass like just go in my face because of it's dusty. Some dusty grass. Dusty. All right, here we go. Round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remind me to look up the meaning of a white caterpillar, because as we're talking, I'm looking at a white caterpillar that is making its presence. So here we go. Underarms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to move to our elbow creases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, now we're done with our practice today for the Qi Gong. Let's go ahead and get into our round 2 of the buzz breath, because we know that if we are in a state where we are doing short, shallow breathing, or the anxiety is taking over, you have this tool and resource to immediately put you into a parasympathetic side, or back into your nervous system, okay? Because you don't want to be in fight or flight producing cortisol with that foot on the pedal, like you want rest and breath. You need to restore, you need to heal, and if you're in your sympathetic system, you are not healing. You're not healing. You hear that? If that response system is triggered, you're not healing. It's stopped. Now, if your parasympathetic, nervous, or your parasympathetic nervous system is activated, then you're in your rest, feed, breathe, restore, healing, regenerate system. Okay? So here we go. Remember, closing off our senses, thumbs in your ear. Here we go. Breathing in. And we're going to hum as we breathe out. We are closing off our sensories, our two senses, so that we can go back into a state of relaxation. Breathing in, breathe out. Keep breathing out. As we are humming out, it is activating our vagus nerve, which stimulates the activation of our parasympathetic nervous system. Breathing in. All right. Ooh. I'm all itchy. I vibrated myself into enlightenment, I think. No. No, I am feeling a little flighty here. Woo. Let me just reground here. See, these are the effects of like that natural high where you're just like, whoa, where did that come from? You know, remember, a lot of these breathwork techniques activate and stimulate our natural endorphins, and sometimes the endorphins are like really good. Like you can activate your natural DMT. Woo-hoo! All right, guys, we've had enough of me today, and I don't really think I have anything else to say because I think I spoke my piece about the sympathetic nervous system and how, you know, keeping your foot revved, you know, and down metal to the pedal in life is basically going to lead to a very unhealthy life in the future. And today is the day that you have a choice, because everything that I'm teaching you guys is giving you back that option. Okay? So it's up to you to take this gift that I'm offering. I love you guys. Please support me. Smash that like button. You guys, my wellness center is kicking off next week. So you guys are going to be able to access me with 3 days a week of yoga, 1 day of breath work, and we are going to be doing 1 day of light art release art. So it's going to be amazing. So I'm really excited about the things to come because, you know, 6 months ago I was like, oh, I'm not busy enough. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, when do I have the time? And the thing is, though, is within that time, though, that I have included is time for myself, because at the end of the day, my self-love and the time I need for me so that I can show up in life the way I want to be is what's most important. And so y'all have a great day. And I don't know what is going on with my hair, but we're not going to worry about that. You guys have a blessed day. I'll see you tomorrow. Toodles. Bye.